This first one here is going to be incline bench press. And at the bottom, you'll see I get as deep as I can. The reason I do like dumbbell bench press is because I can get my hands a little bit lower than what I could with a bar. So that is the point of this one here. Obviously, I'm only using 20-pound dumbbells, so this was a warm-up set, but the focus is a big stretch, squeezing the traps together on the back so that way your elbows are not flared out, and pushing from the inside. And then at the top here, ooh, almost got the stop. Let's see if I can get a better stopping point. There. All right, so at the top, see the explosion up again. This is a warm-up set. The goal is not to lock out the arms, but to contract the chest. So what I do is rotate my hands. You can't quite tell up here, but I rotate my hands together. So I'll come inwards like that on the way up. So it'll be down to here and up and in, and just to isolate the upper chest a little bit more and that front delt. So that's that one. Got these incline bench. Oh damn, we missed a lot of that. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can go back here. Targeting this front delt, upper chest, medial chest area. These are more of a front raise, but I'm getting a little bit larger range of motion with, or at least on the bottom half, with the incline bench rather than standing. Allows my shoulders to drift back a little bit further and also bring my hips out in front of my body. And then we have these here. I used to do these a lot. The goal is to squeeze the hands together. Sometimes I'll interlock my fingers, sometimes I'll just put it together. And it's pushing from the bottom of the chest up to overhead, targeting the center and upper chest. This is a great one. You can do these with very little weight. You can do these with the resistance band. Um, Obviously ideal on incline bench for targeting the upper chest. You'll feel some upper delt or some front delt interaction, but the main target is center and upper chest. More of a drag motion to the bottom and then power through. Sometimes I change the tempo of these just to engage, just to engage a little bit. Again, change the tempo, slight turn in the wrist. The turn in the wrist is to target a little bit more of that front delt there. Um, so yeah, just some slight variations. Again, this is accessory work. And we have a large motion tricep extension. The large motion is due to the rotation of the hand. So we're going to try to get as much of a stretch on this elbow as we can, or on this tricep, but from the elbow as we can, and then rotating back down, maybe, and leaving that palm open, targeting outer and upper tricep into that rear delt, but of course trying to keep the rear delts out of it. So nothing over 40 or 50 typically on this movement. Sometimes it's a 20 or 30, just depending on the day, or if it's just a warm up. This was probably one of the heavier working sets on a deload recovery day, since it was only 40 pounds. And this one, oh man, I really like this one. Let's see if we can show the stretch first. So this is actually a seated lat pull or seated row. Um, and from this seated row, what I've been able to do is make it into a underhand chest press, which really targets this lower chest and front delt. You see the big stretch on the lower chest and then the front delt here as well. I love this. It does not take as much tricep as a normal um, chest press might. So this was a good variation, and you don't have to extend your arms all the way, which would engage the tricep more, and you can still get the full range of motion that you need on the chest and shoulder. So that is the stopping point. As you see, my arms are still not even close to locked out. or extended fully. Contraction on front delt, contraction on this lower chest, some in between on this upper chest and front delt, just because those are helping muscles. Um, but really a great stretch at the back part and easy to just punch through. It's a shorter range of motion on the weight, but a large range of motion for your chest and shoulder. And the shorter range of motion just comes from it being an underhand grip. Really like this one. Try this one out if you guys have a seated row similar to that. Um, my elbow was technically above my shoulder. And here is a shoulder press, but the way I do this, you can't tell, I'm slid very far forward on the seat. And from there, I am. Oh, hold on. Let's see if we can go back to that. So, break down this last one. So I'm slid super far forward on the seat to kind of simulate an incline bench um, type of deal. And then we've got this upper chest activated along with the front delt. Traps are squeezed together. Minimal tricep engagement because of the shorter range of motion. We're just trying to fire through this front delt and upper chest, not really contracting as much towards the center because we're not doing the full range of motion. So this is about a little bit more than halfway in between the movement. Um, and you can see I'm just kind of punching up. My bicep shoulder area is getting to above my chest. That is getting my front delt activation that I want, and the helping muscle being the upper chest in this exercise. And that is it.